What's
Craig.
up, Craig? All right, guys. Welcome back to Spectated. I'm Harley, and I'm once again here with Tyler, the GOAT.
Yo.
And we are here to talk about some MLB playoff predictions that are very, very, very early.
Yes.
And a rough recap / a little bit of speculation for how round 1 of NBA playoffs are going to go.
Sir, so, welcome week 3.
Let's go.
Spectated.
So that being said,
kick us off.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So we're a little over a tenth of the way through the 162 game season of the MLB.
Yeah.
So I think we can kind of get a glimpse of what some of these teams are like.
Sure.
So what I wanted to talk about is who we think are going to go to the playoffs. I will start by talking about the new rules that the MLB has put into effect for playoffs from what I have seen. So their rules are each division each conference, the National League and the American League, have 3 winning teams of their divisions. So East, Central, and West. And then obviously they go by, the winner with the most wins is the first seed, second most, And then the 4th, 5th, and 6th team of each conference are the teams, I believe, overall. So division doesn't matter, that have
just the next highest wins.
Yes. Which I find to be a little bit dumb, as I talked to you about before.
Because then you run into the issue of overrepresentation from regions, where you can have like 4 teams from one region.
Yeah, exactly. Like spoiler alert, my National League, if we go by this, is almost in the entirety of the NL West.
Yeah,
pretty much. Because like the Padres, the Dodgers, the Giants, they're all playing extremely well. So it's rough. So what I think it should be is the second best team in each division. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, so I think what I'm going to talk about first is if we were to go by that, because that's what I think is more fair, honestly.
Sure, yeah, if you want to go like top 2 each division.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go by. Okay. So going by that, the National League, I have the Mets at the first seed and getting a bye.
Yes.
And then the Dodgers at a second seed getting a bye. Third, I'd have the Milwaukee Brewers. And then getting the second spot in NL West is the San Fran Giants. And the 5th seed is, I say, the Braves, the Atlanta Braves. And then barely clinging on is the Chicago Cubs in the 6th seed. Just like barely.
Ooh. I like that.
Because as we've talked about before, about their inconsistency, literally since then, they lost their first 2 games to the Pirates, who have been playing like doo-doo in their series.
And then just 21-0 them.
And then they 21-0 them. Biggest shutout in their franchise history. And the biggest shutout since at least 1901. And then they lose the next game to the Pirates and the series.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't know what's going on with them. So
yeah, they just have like the most just wild flips I've ever seen.
It's crazy. How do you shut out a team scoring as many points that football teams score and then lose the next game 4-3?
That is horrific.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree for the most part. I think the Mets are clearly the best team. And I don't know how I'd rank between Giants and Dodgers between like 2 and 3,
Yeah.
but like they're pretty equally up there, as well as the Brewers. It's like second, third, fourth best team. I don't know how I would place them like individually. I think Mets are clearly the best team right now. They've just been playing like phenomenal. Did a great job last season, or just insane this season. And and then I think Brewers, Giants, Dodgers clearly are going to be in there. Like I don't know who's going to win NL West, but it doesn't matter because Giants, Dodgers are definitely probably both going playoffs.
Oh yeah, it really doesn't matter.
When you get into 5 and 6, though,
yeah, I know.
I get where you're coming from with the Braves, right? Like they're coming off a good season. They're still a great team.
Yeah, I could definitely see the Phillies and the Marlins, but the thing is about the NL East is, other than the Mets, and the Nationals, it's pretty contested. Like it's pretty close.
That is the thing. Like all those teams are like just so interchangeable.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I could have said Marlins, but like when I wrote it down, I didn't want to just write down the top 2 of each. You know what I mean?
Because if we're going by where we're saying, what we want of 2 teams each division, I can definitely see the Braves making it.
Yeah.
And then also the Cubs. But if we're just talking from a perspective of like top 6 overall, I don't know if either of those teams make it. Because then we get, fucking like Padres and probably Rockies too, like the entire NL West.
Yeah, is gonna be going. When we're done with this list, I'm gonna go over what I think it actually is, with it just being the top scoring regardless.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, the Cubs and the Braves are
neither. But based off of what we want and what it should be of 2 teams from each division, I'd probably go Mets, Marlins. I would go Brewers, Cubs as well.
Yeah,
because I think once the Cubs can get just a semblance of consistency, they're going to be just such a better team, because they've shown us how good they can be. If they can just get an ounce of consistency, they're going to be a really good team.
They tend to be good after the trade deadline. It's really weird.
Yeah, that is true. They are like a second half of the season team, so hopefully they pick it up. But yeah, I do agree. I think it'll be, if we're going by this, Brewers, Cubs, and then in the West, Giants, Dodgers, I think are just clearly the better teams.
I agree. To go into like the matchmaking then. So here, I guess I should talk about the AL division, American League.
Yeah.
In my first seed, I have the Yankees, who get a bye week.
Okay.
The second, I have the Cleveland Guardians, who would also get a bye week. And then I have third, the LA Angels. Fourth, the Toronto Blue Jays. Fifth, the Mariners. And sixth, White Sox. And the thing is about the AL, overall, I think this would be like a much closer division. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. There's not too many like just better teams.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely it's a lot more competitive.
Yeah. Like I don't think really any of them are like hugely blowing out other teams in their division. Yeah, like the Yankees are very close with the Blue Jays and the Rays even. The Twins are doing good right now, but they were playing against White Sox, who were I think they had one of their players ejected for flipping the bird to the audience. And another one of their players was injured. So two of their best players are out. And then Guardians, like they're in third right now, but like I think they can pick it up, because like games they've played well, they have played very, very well.
Yeah, no, and they've also, they've had pretty tough series. Like I'm looking through, they played against the Yankees, which are, obviously an amazing team
Yeah.
that swept them, and they also
are playing against the
I mean,
Angels.
they swept. I mean, they swept the White Sox, and White Sox are a good team. They played against the Giants as well. Got swept by them. So I mean, they've played against two of like the top teams.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
So like, I agree that I think their record right now is not very indicative of
Yeah.
where they stand, because right now they're standing below the White Sox, even though they swept the White Sox in a series.
Yeah,
So are like
I
probably the
could
better
see
team.
the Angels getting the second seed, but again, I just think
Yeah.
the entirety of the American League is just going to be very contested with its top teams, like about where they're going to land.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we're going by 2 in each division, I think I'm gonna go Yankees is the top, and then probably Blue Jays out of the East as well.
Mm-hmm.
Though I do think the Rays are really good too, and could definitely see them also going in instead of the Blue Jays. In Central, I think Guardians are going to be the number 1 in Central, maybe like 3 or 4 overall.
Yeah,
Followed by the Twins. I think the Twins and White Sox are going to be very close, but I'm going to give it to the Twins over the White Sox. So Guardians, Twins out of Central, and then West. I would go, Angels in first. I'm going to say Astros, though. I think they're going to be the lowest seed, but I think Astros pull through.
Okay.
And come up. I think they're still a pretty solid team from their, past success.
Yeah.
I feel like they have what it takes to get a playoff spot. And I don't know. I like the team. I think they're still good. And I hope they make it.
Yeah, I'm holding off on the Twins because like they went against the like some of their games that they've won. Like they won a game.
They have had some pretty sleeper series.
Yeah, like
Red Sox,
the Royals. They lost 2 of their games, and the Royals have like 6 wins, I think, right now. Yeah, and then a team that was actually a big team. They got pretty hammered with the Dodgers. Yeah. So like that's why I'm holding off on them. I don't quite think they'll be able to hang on for 10 times the amount of games they're at right now, basically.
No, that's definitely fair.
Yeah, I don't know that they'll be able to hang on the entirety of the way.
Yeah, I'm just looking because they, they swept the White Sox too. So that's the only reason I just put them over the White Sox.
No, I can see that.
Or I put Guardians, Twins over White Sox, but I do think it's going to be close between White Sox and Twins overall.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you there.
Do you want to break it down from what's actually MLB stupid playoff perspective now?
Oh yeah. I will preface that like while the like who's going to go is going to be different, the results that I am predicting are going to be the same.
Okay.
So the actual, I wrote down, or I have here, the Mets on the first, and then still Dodgers, Brewers.
Okay.
And then Giants, Rockies, Padres. So in that order.
Yeah. I would go Mets as well. I think I go Mets, Giants, Brewers, Dodgers, Padres, Rockies. Like honestly, I think the NL West is just too stacked.
Yeah, which
it's just so good. So I mean, Giants, Dodgers, like I don't know. I just don't see a world where they don't both make it.
Yeah, I don't.
And then I mean, Padres, Rockies are still a really good team. And, I can see the Braves, Marlins, Phillies, Cubs, Cardinals, like maybe, getting that 5th, 6th spot. But I think, like Mets, Brewers, Giants, Dodgers are like top 4, pretty much just like set.
I just think
Unless some crazy stuff starts happening.
I just think the way they do it with only having 6 teams from each conference go, it is not fair, especially with how, 4 of the 6 teams are all, NL West.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
only one of their
it
teams isn't
does.
going.
Yeah, based on our predictions, it's just I agree. Where if they're gonna do a format, it should just be if they want to expand the playoffs, it should just be 2 from each division.
Mhm.
Like that makes it more fair. And you got to think like the division games now where they play against each other would mean like so much more
Yeah, exactly.
if only 2 from each division could go. Where it's like, if the NL West, it's so stacked where it's like if the Padres and Rockies and they're fighting for 5th, 6th seed for
Yeah.
playoffs, where it's like, if it was based off of where only 2 from each division go, Padres versus Rockies versus Dodgers Giants, those series are going to be so intense and so much more.
Mhm.
But now it's like the Padres can just lose a series to the Dodgers, lose a series to the Giants, and it's like it's not just playoff ending for them because now they can just go stomp some teams from NL Central and from NL East.
Yeah.
So it's like on one aspect, yeah, you're getting the better teams in the playoffs. But then from another aspect, you're just losing competitiveness within divisions because now, with the NL West, it's like these inter division games don't mean as much if a team is just better and knows they can beat teams from other divisions.
Yeah. I think that it used to be 5 teams from each division go or from each conference go.
Yeah.
And they expanded it to 6. If they want, why don't they do like what we're talking about where the 4th, 5th, and 6th are like the second best and then add a 7th
Hmm.
team and make like the top, 4 what are the words I'm looking for? Like the top 4 that aren't involved in like the first or second in their division, combat for the 7th seed. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like
No, yeah, yeah. So you'd have top 2 from each division and then the 7th
yeah,
overall.
exactly. Like exactly.
Because then that still gives you that interdivision competitiveness, makes the series worth more, like, a lot more
Yeah.
watchable, a lot more exciting. But then it also, rewards it, if the NL West is stacked, right? So it also rewards a team like, if the Padres are only 2 games behind the Dodgers and Giants, but are, 10 games ahead of any other
Yeah.
team, it still like
They're not
rewards
shut
them.
out. They still have a chance to make it into the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree that
Um
if they were going to expand it, like at least do that because then that's still less than half the teams from each league, right? 7 out of the
yeah.
15, which I think is very fair of like amount of teams that can go to playoffs. And then you do whatever you do a first round bye for the top team, and then you have 6 teams first
Mhm.
round,
Well,
and you just get pretty
with what
competitive, and it's good.
what I'm recommending is so there's 7 seeds. So yeah, and then the 7th seed is a fight between 4 teams, like they play each other and then,
Oh, I
the 2 winners go against
see,
each
like a
other
play
and
in.
then they're put into the 7th seed. So in reality, it's 10 teams, what 10 out of 15. So
I
like
see.
almost unless you played really bad, you still
Yeah.
kind of have a chance.
Sure,
So
yeah.
like granted that
So pretty much only like the bottom 2
yeah,
teams
so like
or whatever, the bottom 5 teams, the bottom 2 almost like bottom 2 teams each division would be
yeah, so like
completely cut off.
exactly. So like you can still fight in the postseason. You just won't get the you won't get the bye week and you're going to get the harder opponent.
Yeah.
Because I think what they're doing with 6 teams, the first and the second seed having a bye week is stupid. Because You can
That's just
if the
I don't
first
know.
seed is like a ways above the second seed or whatever, they can just start relaxing because they know even if they get the second seed, they still have that bye week.
Yeah, that would just make the end of the season just a lot more
Yeah,
boring.
exactly.
Teams will just stop
They'll just
trying. Where it's like if it was just first seed, then there's still competitiveness to the end of the season.
exactly. So that's why I think they should add a seventh seed and have a play in for it for each division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
All right. Going.
I mean, we'll have to see. Sorry, just closing thought. But I mean, we'll have to see how the season plays out. We'll touch back on it in a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, and see how things are unfolding. I mean, hopefully the playoffs are still fun to watch. Hopefully we get more diversity, and hopefully it's not just a NL West blowout. But yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see, and we'll touch back on it, of course, in probably a month or so.
Do like a routine check in on how things are going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to see if the Cubs and Sox are still playing like they are.
Yeah, hopefully not, at least for the Cubs. All right, moving on to what I think the AL round one would be.
Yeah,
I think it'd still be Yankees, Guardians, Angels. And then give me Blue Jays, then Rays, then Mariners.
Yeah, I like that. I agree for everything except give me Astros over Mariners. But the rest of it, I agree.
Where are the Astros at right now?
I do think 99. The AL East is just better. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty like toss up in the AL West. So like I can see any of those teams going. Like I said, I just have a special place in my heart for the Astros, and like I like the team. I think they can pull up and do well. But yeah, the rest of the list, I completely agree. I think the Yankees are the best team. I think the Blue Jays are really good too. I think that the AL East is just good. It's just good.
It's the AL East, and then the NL West.
Yeah. And NL West, yeah,
that are both just stacked.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then, yeah, I like the Guardians out of the AL Central. I think they're really good. They've had some really tough series. I think as the season goes on, their record will probably improve to, number one, maybe number two. I agree. But I definitely see them at number one.
So we won't really talk about how we think the series should go, like the future, like who wins what games. I think we should just talk about
actually that's too predictive.
So how it's actually gonna go, it would be the third and the sixth seed going against each other, and the fourth and the fifth. In National League, it'd be Brewers versus Padres, and then Giants versus Rockies. And it's a 3-game series for both.
3 games. Okay.
So I'd say the Brewers and the Rockies both get eliminated.
Who were Brewers against?
Padres.
Sorry? I think Brewers win over Padres. But yeah, I that could go.
I just think that the Padres, even though they'll have the 6th seed, they'll still have a record that's about or pretty close to the Brewers record. Because
yeah, no, it's going to be really competitive. So I'm excited.
Because again, the NL West is just too stacked. It has too many good teams, 4 out of the 5. And the 5th team isn't even bad.
Yeah, dude, it's just too fucking stacked. It's actually sickening. It is sickening. The more I look at it, the more upset I get that the entire if the entire playoffs, if it's just 4 NL West teams, I'm going to be so upset. Just for no reason. I'm not even invested in any of these teams, or other than like the Cubs, of course. But I'm saying like any of these other teams, I'm not invested in. I'm not super invested in, how the playoffs turn out. But I will still be mauling if 4 fucking NL West teams
it's
make
so
it.
frustrating.
That is just, oh my gosh. The more I think about it, it's
all
just
but
so
one
annoying.
of them are above 500. 3 of them are above 600 for like their win-loss ratio. Oh my, it's crazy. And then like
it's so fucking stacked.
Literally, look, their third place right now is the Padres.
Yeah, it's 650.
And that's what the Brewers are at. They are at the same record, and they have the third spot.
No,
that's why I have them winning over the Brewers.
No, I mean, that's fair. Like, I think it would be a good series. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's definitely something that I want to touch back on. Get these little updates.
Mets right now at 700.
Yeah, that is nice. That is nice. They're topping the whole MLB, right?
Yeah, pretty.
That is nice. No, the Mets are so good. Hey, I've passed by their stadium like 20 times.
The Mets, baby.
That's where the train would always go. Yeah, Mets Willits points. That's what the train conductor would say. Always nice.
It's not about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Let's go Mets.
It's about the Mets, baby. Yeah. No, I mean they're good. Lindor's insane.
I would have I have Padres winning game 3 to win the series, and then the other game matchup, the Giants and the Rockies, I have the Giants winning the first 2. Like after the second game, it's done.
Yeah, the Giants.
Which I mean, poor Rockies, because
it's unlucky too. But
like the way they're playing, they should be like at least the second best in their in a league in normal circumstances. But they're in the West, so they're stuck in 4th.
Yeah, you throw the Rockies in Central or East, they're 1 or 2. You leave them in the West, they're 4. It's so sickening.
It's crazy. I don't even think the East is that, like, for AL East is that bad. No, it's bad, but it is not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's rough.
Yeah.
But to move on to AL round 1, it would be the Angels versus the Mariners, and then the Blue Jays versus the Rays. I'd say Angels would win. And then,
I agree.
Right. Yeah, I'd say
give me Blue Jays, bro.
They're close.
I like the Blue Jays.
Give me Blue Jays.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is just complete bias. I like the Blue Jays. Blue Jays a cool ass bird. Their colors are sick.
True.
And hey, Canadian team. They got all of Canada back.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Kind of overpowered.
So that would eliminate, for me, the Brewers, the Rockies, the Rays, and the Mariners.
Yeah. Okay.
So then in round 2, it'd be the 1st seed versus the 6th seed, and then the 2nd seed versus the 4th seed. So Mets versus Padres.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, Padres, you're playing good, but the Mets are.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, give me Mets in 3. And then Dodgers versus.
Are those ones best of 3 as well?
I think
there's no shot, right?
I think
second round, there's no shot. It has to be best of 5.
I think the only game that's like best of 5 or 7 is the World Series. Or no, wait, the conference.
Well, the World Series is best of 7.
Is best of 5.
I thought conference was best of 7 as well. I thought it's only. I'm pretty sure it used to be first round was best of 5, and then it was best of 7.
How many games in round 2 of MLB?
pretty sure.
Yeah, wild card, best of 3, division, best of 5.
Okay.
And then
so it's just best of 5.
And then conference.
And then conference finals and World Series are 7.
So this is best of 5.
Yes.
So then,
okay.
I mean, still.
Yeah. I mean, this is just super, like, predictive early on stuff. But yeah, fuck it. Mets are winning it all, baby.
That's kind of what I'm
calling it
towards.
right here. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I have
Mets are sweeping.
Yeah, Mets, Padres. I have Mets, and then Dodgers, Giants. Yeah, that one's very close. But I got Dodgers.
That's far. Yeah. No, the Dodgers always make it to the conference finals. They have to.
Yeah,
they have to.
I agree.
And then they will lose to the Mets.
AL Yankees versus what would it be? The lowest seed. It'd be Blue Jays. Give me Yankees, honestly.
Yeah, Yankees. Yeah.
It'd be Guardian Angels. Yeah, give me Guardians.
That's good.
And then, honestly, all of these teams are playing as of right now. Obviously, they could, fall apart and just destroy themselves. Yep. Everyone would be like, that was the most horrible season ever. But all these teams are playing right now like they are hungry for playoffs or hungry for World Series. So I could see all of them going with the way they're playing right now. But I think the most likely is a battle for New York, Mets, Yankees.
I agree. I think that would be sick, too. That would be so cool. Like the crosstown rivalry and World Series. Oh, New York that would be nice. The only thing I would want, the only thing I want more than that would be Sox Cubs World Series. But, that's not going to happen. I'm not the
probably the most common one would be Dodgers Yankees. That would be. I don't think anyone would care about that, just because both of them are just like.
No, it's just so boring. That'd be so boring. But yeah, Yankees Mets. I agree. That's what I want. That's what I think will happen.
I'd want Mets to win.
Yeah, I mean that's all I think about MLB so far.
Yeah. I'd want the Mets to win, but
of course.
Logically, I think it'd be the Yankees because they just kind of, they're the Yankees.
Yeah, they do be the Yankees.
So that being said,
yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
with that.
I think that covers just about everything for MLB right now. So that being said, let's just go into the playoffs that are actually happening right now and are not pure speculation.
Yes, sir.
And talk about the NBA now. Let's go.
NBA.
I would like to start with the Bucks Bulls, at least part of me. But
sure.
But I have to start with Celtics Nets. I mean,
oh, okay. I
did not expect the Celtics to sweep.
No, yeah. Wait, let me take this away. What was you said Nets in 4, right? I think I put Nets in 6, and you said Nets in 4 or 5. It was either 4 or 5. And then I said Nets in 6. But either way, yeah, no, I was completely baffled. I mean, I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy. Fuck the Nets. I despise the Nets. The Celtics are just, dude. Marcus Smart, he deserved Defensive Player of the Year. I know we touched on it, I think last week or 2 weeks ago about the who was going to get MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, like what it was looking like. And yeah, Marcus Smart clearly deserves it. He is by far the best defensive point guard in the league. He is so good. The Celtics defense just completely shut down Kevin Durant. Man, KD was not playing bad by any means. He was playing phenomenally. But when the Celtics defense, I watched this video breaking it down, man. It is disgusting what they do to KD. The dude cannot play the video game. of basketball. It is crazy.
You went for Lana Rhodes?
Yeah, like basically what the Celtics did is KD out here, he's on his fucking Xbox playing some Call of Duty. The Celtics broke his controller and told him to keep playing, is what happened. They had that man double teamed, and then the rest of the Celtics defense in the 3 and 4 in the paint, it was just constantly just staring at KD, waiting for him to pass to shut down any other thing. And the rest of the Nets team, they just could not step up. Like, Kyrie had one good game. The rest of it, so bad. So bad. I think it was like game 2 or 3 or something. Kyrie had a really good game. The rest of the series,
he scored 39
it was game 1. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. He had that's it. And, Seth Curry, he's okay. Andre Drummond was just, I don't even know, man, was worthless. And the rest of the Nets team is just in shambles, man. Patty Mills, Blake Griffin, they're so bad. Celtics, oh my God.
I know. So Curry was only relevant in game 4, and he scored 23.
Yeah. He's just kind of No, like that's the issue is, I do think that when KD and Kyrie are playing like at their peak, they are by far the best duo in the league by a sizable margin. One of the best duos of all time. They're just insane. But the issue is, it's like Kyrie just could not step up into that superstar role he needed to be because they shut down KD. Like, basically the issue is KD and Kyrie both need to be doing well. When the Celtics are just defending KD and he cannot play at, peak level, not because he's playing bad, but just because he literally cannot, then Kyrie also plays bad because they play so well when they're just both doing well. When they're able to pass and, a lot of good ball movement between each other, a lot of playmaking, assists, it's really good. But when they shut down KD, it essentially shuts down Kyrie too. So now you just eliminated the only two good players on the Nets.
I find it to be hilarious, especially after, Kyrie in game 1 telling Boston fans going like, suck my dick, bitch. Or flipping him off behind his head.
Yeah.
And then he got swept.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, just Celtics. I mean, Marcus Smart, just not enough can be said about his defense. It actually just incredible to watch. Jason Tatum, I think he's, what is he right now? He's the 3rd most points per game.
Yeah.
Points per game in the playoff. 4th, technically, because Luka's technically number 1, but Luka's only played 2 games. So it's hard to really say that, but so I'm just gonna say he's 3rd because I don't think Luka counts right now.
Tatum in game 1 scored 31 points.
He averaged, what does it say here? He's averaging 29.5 points so far in his first 4 games, which is just insane against the Nets to sweep them. Jaylen Brown's playing really good too. Let me see. What is he averaging? He's averaging 22.5 points per game. Very solid.
The only game I could say that the Celtics D kind of fell through the cracks is I could kind of argue game 4 because KD did score 39 points. But, clearly it wasn't enough, and a win's a win.
Yeah, that was just, and that's KD playing like 100%.
He was fighting
110%, right?
He was,
like that's KD giving it his all. Yeah. So it's like, I don't care how good of a defender you are. Like, KD's dropping 40 when he's playing like that, right?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. It's the same thing that happened against, the Bucks last playoffs, right? Like, KD's playing his heart out, dropping 40, and they still lose, which is it's just rough for them. But yeah, no, I definitely, this is by far the biggest shocker to me, and it was just so fun to watch. Yeah, the Celtics are just such a fun team. I love them. They're so fun to watch.
As I've mentioned to you, I could argue that they beat the Bucks.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll
Just
touch
move
back
on
on that in
here.
a second. Let's jump
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
Bucks
Bucks.
Bulls, I guess. I mean, hey, at least they didn't get swept.
Yeah,
At
we were
least
right
they didn't get
about
swept.
the record. I guess.
Yeah,
We
I think
both
we
said in
both said
5,
in
but we both
five, I
thought they'd
believe.
win at home, not in game 2.
Yeah, not just a
Yeah.
random away game.
Well, what?
That is.
I mean,
I mean,
I feel I
the
gotta say, I gotta put it out there. I feel a little bad for them for that last game, not having Levine or Caruso.
yeah, it's just
Yeah, it's like,
kind
I'm
of
sorry,
unwinnable.
guys. Like,
I mean, yeah, the series open, like
awful.
game one was just bad. Was just
Both teams,
bad
their
from
top
both
3
teams.
scorers both got 60 points.
Yeah, it was just disgusting.
Vucevic,
I mean, the series as a whole, I really expected DeRozan to do better.
yeah,
He just kind of choked in the playoffs. But on what I'll give him
yeah,
is Drew Holiday is one
yeah.
of the best defenders in the league. Like very, very, I would say close behind Marcus Smart in the way he plays. I
Mhm.
was watching a stat breakdown video earlier. DeRozan literally shoots 50% less effective when he's being guarded by Drew Holiday,
And
which is like just absurd.
I
It's like it's absurd that he's scoring like half as much and half as effective on the court when he's being guarded by Drew Holiday. So it's like I understand why he's getting bodied, but then the rest of the Bulls team, they just don't really have good shooters. And if like Levine's not playing well or Levine's out, they don't got good shooters. So now you have
I
Vooch
mean, they
shooting
have Vooch
threes.
shooting
And
threes
oh
regardless
my
if they have good
god,
shooters out there or not.
yeah, true.
He
I don't
I
know
looked
what's
at his
going on
stats.
there.
This year, he shot 30, he got 31% of threes to go in. He was like 104 for
Oh my! I mean,
331. There's like somewhere around there.
jeez. I mean, it's not, it's not the
It's
worst, but
it's
like
it does not
that's
give
bad.
reason
That's
for him to
bad.
keep going. Like, why are you still shooting threes?
Yes, it's definitely not a reason for them to literally build their offense, like
Yeah.
their half their offense of just
I
giving
do have
Vooch open threes. Well, the issue too is he's shooting
around
at what you said
31%. Yeah.
31%. He's shooting
Mhm.
31% on open threes. They're not contested. They are not contested for the most part, which is that's bad. That's bad. It
Yeah.
should be like 40,
Um
45% with
with what you said about
uncontested.
DeRozan, I do have to point out the fact that you
Yeah.
can't like hate on him too much for like not scoring the amount of points because first of all, like you said, Holiday. Second of all, in game 5,
Mhm.
they knew he was all they had and they double teamed him the entire game. He legitimately
Yeah.
could not do
It's
anything.
just not much you can do.
Yeah.
No, they gave him the KD
So,
treatment, like straight up.
yeah,
It's just rough. I mean, yeah, I really hope that in the off season we get a better big man, just somebody in there.
mhm.
Our forwards are really great player, but it's like you eliminate half his game, he's just kind of an okay player. If they're playing him as shooting guard, it's 1 to 2 like good shooting guards, people that they can just, if they want to play this where they're gonna set up open threes, let's get somebody who is gonna be
Yeah.
just drilling these open threes. Like we don't want our big man on the perimeter being the one shooting open threes. Get him in the paint to get fucking the offensive rebounds and get a better shooter, and we'll come back. I mean, I'm glad they got a game.
Here's what I
we'll see next
want
season.
to ask you. Do you think they keep Caruso
Yeah.
for his defense? He was an
Caruso is so good.
too, I think.
Caruso is so good. No, definitely. I mean, Caruso Lonzo is such a good defensive pairing. Like they are able to like double team and shut down shooters. Not very big people. Like it's hard to shut down people like Giannis, right, and Embiid. But
he was
people like a Steph Curry,
he was drawing some
a LeBron,
fouls,
a KD, like
in game
people
2,
that could stop
he was
shooters.
drawing fouls out of Giannis.
No, he's really good. Yeah, yeah, which is good. That's what I'm saying. He played well. I think Patrick Williams played better defense against Giannis, in my opinion. I thought Patrick Williams played actually really well defensively in the series. So I hope they keep him as well and develop him. I think he's a decent semi-big man. He's not huge, but semi-big man. I like him playing like off the bench. I think he's like a really good off the bench to defend against big men.
Was that the second time Caruso got hurt by Grayson Allen?
Yeah, so the one that took him out for like 2 months or something mid-season was because Grayson Allen grabbed his hand on a layup and drug him down to the ground, pretty much like hooked his arm and like flipped him to the ground, and he hurt his wrist. No, Grayson Allen is
this time
the most hated player in the NBA. Even he came from
I think
Duke.
This time it was him that hurt him. He hit him in the head or something, and like gave him a concussion, put him in concussion protocol.
Yeah,
dude. Honestly, next season when they inevitably go against each other like 7 times, 8 times, 10 times, I might legitimately think a fight might break out between those two. Like,
I think the Bulls are a pretty level-headed team. Like DeMar is a sweetheart, and he's like kind of
LaVine almost got in a fight with Portis Jr. But I mean, that was pretty.
Yeah.
That was pretty reasonable. He did have an arm around his neck.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
No,
I could see it. But yeah, I mean, rough series. Bucks looked not as dominant as they should have, which I guess I'm glad about. I mean, Giannis. Giannis is my favorite player.
Yeah.
When he was trying, he was unstoppable, which I like to watch. But I'm not a really big fan of the Bucks, so I kind of like. This is gonna sound bad, but like I like that they struggled against the Bulls, if that makes sense, right? Like it made the series more fun to watch, and and then definitely gives a pathway to different teams to start winning further
more like
rounds.
contenders, like rather than outliers.
Yeah. You want to go to
Jazz Mavs is what I have.
What, Jazz Mavericks?
So, yeah, this series.
No, I mean, dude, Luka's back. It's over. Like it's over. No, the Mavs are clearly the better team.
I thought that Luka was like. I wasn't like watching this game, granted, but like his return, they lost. I was like, oh, Luka must have been playing bad or like barely played. He scored 30 points his first game back.
Yeah. No, the Jazz are just bad team, bro.
I think it's done. Yeah, Luka was on.
No, it's over. It's over. Luka's. Well, so I think I think I had Mavs in 6.
So I mean, we can always re-listen to episode 1 and
yeah, it's whatever. I know. I think we both had.
They're my second favorite team.
Yeah, Yeah, the Mavs are good. But no, I mean without Luca, like I was worried because they played their first 2 games at home, of
Yeah.
course, because they're the higher seed, right? So I was kind of worried that it's like if they get down, 0-2, it's gonna be a very, very rough series to come back. But I mean, they did, they got 1-1 at home, 1-1 away. Like that was really good without their best player. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, wow. What like I would say he's the biggest like improvement from regular season to playoffs, right? Regular season, not a bad player,
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
not really in the talks, you know what I mean? Like Luca's always in conversation as being like one of the best players in the league. Jalen Brunson, not really. Playoffs though? Man is what is he? The
Yeah.
tied for the
Dude, he
4th
got
most points per game, tied with Giannis at 28.6.
like
Just wow. What an incredible
his
player,
first
man.
game
He's been
scoring
he's up
24
so
points. I
hard.
was like, all right, yeah, he's playing good. But in his second game with 41,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. When I was watching that, they just kept feeding it to him. His game 1, I was like, I was a little upset because it's like no Luca.
yeah.
It's tough, what do you do? And then, oh my god, did he pop off,
Yeah,
man.
he
It was so exciting to watch.
playing
So
like
exciting to watch.
he was playing like they had everything on the line and they didn't have their top player.
Yeah, no, it's been incredible. The Mavericks are just another one of those teams that are just really fun to watch. I mean, Dinwiddie even has stepped up
Yeah.
quite a bit, has been having a pretty good series.
Yeah.
Like good assists, good rebounds, decent scoring. But yeah, I think Jalen Brunson is by far like the most improved from uh regular season to playoffs. It just
I'm looking at
looks
game 5 right
so
now. I didn't write
incredible.
down these stats. Mavs won 102 to 77.
Yeah, it was a
Luca with
blowout. It was a
33, 11 for
blowout.
22 in the field goal.
Yeah. I mean, I think I said beforehand too,
Yeah.
like the Jazz are just in shambles, man. They are just in shambles. I already, I said like I don't think they're getting past the first round because Rudy Gobert doesn't even want to be there. Donovan Mitchell doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like nobody actually cares to win on the Jazz. They're just like a lazy team that just kind of exists. I love Donovan Mitchell, great player. Rest of the team absolutely hate the Jazz. They are probably my second least favorite team, like behind the Nets.
Yeah.
Absolutely abhor the Jazz. So, I was so happy that Jalen Brunson could step up, and
Yeah,
I
tonight at
think the
9.
series is gonna end. They play tonight, right? Yeah, I think the series is gonna. I mean, we'll touch
Yeah.
on back on NBA probably like 2 weeks or so or whatever. But I definitely think that the series ends tonight.
I really want it
I
to.
hope it does.
I was not expecting Luca to come back the way that he has. Like I was expecting him to get like the high 20. Yeah, exactly. Like
A
getting
light 20,
30 over
25, yeah.
what like 30 in both the games back. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I touched on earlier too, like
Yeah.
just in his 2 games, right? He has the highest points per game, but that's like, of course across 2 games, so it's hard to tell, but still, wow. Yeah, and with Jalen Brunson, so right now, you have
Yeah.
Luca, who's quote unquote best scorer, and then Jalen Brunson, the fourth,
Yeah.
tied with Giannis as like fourth, fifth best scorer. I mean, yeah, if you have 2 of the best scorers, you're gonna dominate. And Donovan Mitchell's down at like 11th best scorer with 26 points per game, and then the rest of Utah is
True.
just not even close,
True.
not even close. So it's like, yeah, I've been loving the series. I think I've
I
watched like every
really
game.
want to
It's been
see.
so fun to
I think it'd be
watch.
crazy and it'd be very fun if the Mavs made it. I don't think it'll happen because they got to go against huge other competitors to get there. But Like if when they win this series, I don't even think it's an if at this point. When they win this series, they have to go against the Warriors next.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or is it, no. It's Grizzlies or
no. Suns.
Yeah.
Pelicans. Yeah. We'll come back to that in a second.
But yeah, if you want to move on to the next game here. Yeah.
Let's
Warriors Nugs.
I mean, you just hit on the Warriors Nuggets if we want to touch on that.
I'm glad that they didn't get swept.
Oh man,
the
bro.
Nuggets didn't get swept. I wanted the Warriors to win, but
yeah. Dude, they were some close. Some of these games were close too.
What was
especially last night's, man.
Here?
Oh, what a tight game. 102-98.
Yeah.
Warriors win. It was tight. But dude, Nikola Jokic is the number 1 points per game, 31 points per game, outside of, the Luka exception, of course. But dude, the man, like, he deserved. He was playing MVP level, of course. Like, man was just playing as good as he's been playing all regular season, if not better. The rest of the team, though, oh my god, like, they put the entire defense on Jokic. He's still averaging the most points per game, just putting up great shots, hitting every shot, hitting threes, getting great assists. But the Warriors scoring was just really good, and then the rest of the Nuggets team just couldn't do anything. The rest of the Nuggets team,
the first game, oh my gosh, dude, their star scorer just was not playing good. Curry he was not having it, dude.
Yeah.
I think he ended up 5 for 13 on a field goal. Yeah.
No,
Wiggins and Poole are the ones that carried
game 1. No. Oh yeah, that's another. Poole's been playing really well on both ends of the court. He's been really good scoring. I mean, his ball handling is just absurd. Like, his playmaking and assists are actually absurd. Like, the man just finds lines and finds his teammates.
Yeah.
Just I don't even know.
I know you don't like if they go to the finals, because they go so often. But I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of bittersweet for me because people have been going, they've been collapsing. They've been, they probably won't even make it to playoffs. So I'd be surprised if, you know what I mean? So they have shut that down, and then they beat the MVP 4-1. So clearly they are not collapsing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think as of right now, they are the strongest team in the West in playoffs specifically so far. Overall, I don't think so. I think the Celtics are the most dominant team, but I think in the West, the Warriors right now are the strongest team. Whether they'll actually make it all the way, we'll see.
I mean,
but they're the strongest team.
Yeah.
I mean, Poole's been, I think, the hero of the series. Because when Steph isn't playing well, Poole just steps up. Poole steps up when he needs to, and when Steph's playing well, Poole can play an assistive role and is getting a lot of assists, just playing well. And Clay came back and he's good.
Yeah, agreed.
It's really fun to see.
I forgot what I was gonna say here. Yeah, I think that they are playing like they want to go, and that they're kind of hungry for it. I'm surprised that they won't have to go against the Lakers here. But
yeah.
All I have to say is if the Suns somehow lose to the Pelicans, I think you can put it away for the Warriors. It's done. They made it.
Yeah, probably.
But if the Suns win, I still think there's a shot the Warriors make it. But as mentioned in episode 1 or 2 or something, one of them. Yeah, I think it was 1 as well. But yeah,
I think it was 1. Yeah.
I think they can still make it. It'll just be much harder, and that it's not certain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess the only just quickly on 2 other series, real quick, and then we can look at just the overall as we end the episode. Timberwolves Grizzlies. Wow. Did you, dude?
Was
last night's game? Oh my gosh. Timberwolves Grizzlies. It was tied 2-2, which is just incredible. The Timberwolves have just had a really good end of their season. Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. Oh my gosh, man, they are just such a good team. Pat Beverly's okay, Vanderbilt's okay, but yeah, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell have just been looking amazing on the Timberwolves. But dude, the game came down where it was like Grizzlies make a comeback. Wolves are down by 3, like 12 seconds left, right? Boom! Wolves drain the 3.
Oh, is it the one with the
like 5 seconds left?
Yeah,
and it's tied game.
Morant.
This is last night. It's tied game. Anthony Edwards drains a fucking corner 3 to tie up the game for the Timberwolves. It's tied. It's tied at 109, and then oh my god, bro, they give it to the Grizzlies, and Ja just fucking boop for 2, win the game. Oh my god, it was insane. Oh my god.
Yeah, this game's a bit the series, I should say, is a bit
yeah,
it's better than I expected it to be.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It's the most competitive series in the entire playoffs right now, I think. It is so crazy because the Timberwolves they're just such a sleeper team. They had such a great end of their season. Like, they're honestly straight up like a 4 seed. They are not a 7 seed. They are like a 4 seed. How they were playing end of season. And the Grizzlies were kind of falling off. It's basically a 3-4 matchup disguised as a 2-7 matchup. And it just makes the series so competitive, which is just amazing. I want the Timberwolves to win. I don't think they do. I think, the Grizzlies close it out.
Even if
in their next game.
Even if the Timberwolves do pull through.
I mean, I hope the Timberwolves
they're getting ousted next round. Just, because they'd go against the Warriors then?
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah, they'd get ousted.
Yeah, Golden State, yeah, they would. Yeah, I think they'd lose either way, but still, I just want to see more of the team. They're so fun to watch.
I was about to say.
And then Raptors Sixers. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. The Sixers, I think they came up on a 3-1, 3-0, I believe. They were. Let me double check. Yeah, they were 3-0. They were 3-0, and now it's 3-2. So a team that's gone up 3-0 has never been reverse swept in playoff history ever. It's never happened in like anything. There's been 3-1, and then the team loses. There's never been a 3-0 loss. But the Sixers in the last 2 games, I don't know what they're doing, man. They are just trash. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I want them to get reverse swept now. They're playing like trash. I don't get it.
It is it's 53% chance for Sixers to win. 46.6 for Raptors. Like, that's close.
Well, dude, I don't know. Embiid is just not as dominant. James Harden's not really hitting his shots. Tobias Harris is just okay. Tyrese Maxey's been playing kind of awfully. Danny Green's not been playing that good. Thibel's not been playing that good. Like, I don't know what happened. The 76ers were looking really strong. Like, it was a decently competitive series, right? It's a 4-5 seed in the first 3 games, but it looked like the 76ers were just clearly better and had the slight edge. These last 2 games, they've just been so bad. They've looked awful. And I kind of want the Raptors to win. Like, Pascal Siakam has been playing so good. Scotty Barnes, rookie, really good.
Yeah,
A new, I can't fucking say his name. A Nunabi been playing really well too. Like they're just overall a good team. They're fun to watch too. It would be crazy if the 76ers got reverse swept.
That'd be funny.
I thought they were gonna be a conference finals team, honestly. But right now they've just, I don't know what's happened. If they get back to form, yeah, they're gonna dominate. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, I think they also play tonight. We'll see if they can close out the Raptors. But like I said, I kind of want the Raptors to reverse sweep.
Yikes.
They're gonna throw. They're gonna throw. Because I think, where is it at? So it's home for the Raptors tonight too. And then you know, the final game will be 76ers at home, of course, but still, like, the 76ers would have that pressure, you know, of just losing 3 in a row. Like, ooh. If the 76ers can't close it out tonight, it's going to be rough. Game 7
on the roster.
It's going to be rough. No, Drake,
and
Drake actually just disguised himself as Pascal Siakam and just
a Brunson costume,
balling.
What? Like, it's actually happening.
Truest shit I've ever heard in my life. No, Cuban's balling, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to touch on for first round. If you want it, and then we can just do a quick, you know, 10 minutes before we end.
A little update
our
here
new,
some of ours got
quote unquote, new playoff predictions.
Yeah,
a little update on our predictions since shit is crazy.
I
have to go. I gotta pee, bro. Straight up.
Okay.
You take it away for 2 minutes. Give us your predictions. I'll be right back.
Looking at this here, we would have the Mavs going against what I think will still end up being the Suns. With Booker still being out or being questionable, I'm guessing he'll be questionable for early games against the Mavs. So I would say give me Suns in... Ooh. Give me Suns in 6. And the other game in the West would be, I think, as we mentioned, would be Warriors versus what I think will still be Grizzlies. That's the case. I mean, I still have Warriors in 5, especially if they can still, you know, okay. As I was mentioning, if Warriors can keep Nugs to 1 win, I'm sure they can do the same for the Grizzlies. And then to the East, it's Celtics, Bucks, and then I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what to put. If I should put Sixers or Raptors. Yeah, I'm
say it's safer to
them,
assume
but because they only have to get 1 more win. But it's still they've been throwing. Yeah, so I'll put 76ers versus who they'd be going against. Heat, that's right. Okay.
Heat.
That one's hard too. Celtics, Bucks. I gotta say, with the way that the Bucks have been playing against the Bulls, which is not as good as I was expecting, other than the Chicago blowouts. So 2 out of the 5 games they performed well. And Celtics, sweeping the the Nets. I say give me Celtics in 6.
Yeah.
And then Sixers Heat. I don't even know, dude. I said Sixers before, but they're throwing against the Raptors. So against the Heat.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I don't know. I say I'll stick with them. Give me 76ers in 7. Yeah, so I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I said
like
I said Suns
did
in
you say
6
both your
against
West
the
and
Mavs,
East?
Warriors in 5,
Okay.
Sixers in 7, and Celtics in 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll go through mine then. Give me for Mavs Suns. I mean, CP3's been playing really good assists. Scoring kind of bad. Devin Booker coming back though, I still think they'll win. Because with the Suns with Devin Booker,
I based mine off of he's still questionable for
without Booker,
or he's still
lose.
like they said he could return. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but
so
like,
he'll be in
day to day or miss like one of the games. So that's why I put Suns in 6.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say also give me Suns in 6. I want the Mavericks to win, but I think Suns with Devin Booker are just going to be too unstoppable. Though, the Pelican series versus Suns has been fun to watch. Pelicans get some wins there, which is fun. But yeah, give me Suns in 6. Give me Warriors in 5.
Yeah.
Because I think they will absolutely dismantle the Grizzlies. If, I think the Warriors would actually struggle more against the Timberwolves than the Grizzlies. Even though I think the Grizzlies are going to win, but I think the Warriors are just going to dismantle them. So give me the Warriors in 5. In the East, oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Sixers. I'm going to stick as well. I think if they can, get things back on track, they're just a really good team. Give me Sixers in 7. Give me Celtics in 6 as well.
We have the exact same list.
The Celtics are just playing amazing. I want them to go all the way.
What'd you say different?
Almost.
I said Warriors.
Did you say
5.
Warriors in 5? Wait, you said Warriors in 5?
Suns in 6, Warriors in 5, Sixers in 7, Celtics in 6.
Exact same then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's what I think is going to happen. Obviously, I would prefer Mavs to win, which I think would be more fun. But yeah, and then we'd have what was that, Suns Warriors versus Celtics Sixers. Give me Celtics in 6 again. I don't even care who wins out of the West. And then give me Celtics 6 in the fucking finals. That's what I want.
I agree with you.
Celtics all the way, you baby.
I think it's going to be Celtics in 6 against the Sixers. And then I'm sticking with Warriors beating the Suns. And then I have Warriors Celtics. Ooh.
Suns. Warriors Celtics or Suns Celtics, that's gonna be so
Warriors
good.
have such good perimeter offense, but the Celtics have phenomenal perimeter defense.
Mm-hmm. The Celtics just have they have the best perimeter defense. That's why I think if it's a Celtics Warriors matchup, I think the Warriors are fucked straight up. I think the Suns would pose more of a threat.
It's not quite the same as it is like KD and Kyrie. Because Poole's been playing great. They have, Curry, obviously, who they're going to be all on top of. They got Clay. And then Wiggins has been playing pretty good too. So it's I don't know. So I say that I can see it going either way, honestly, but give me Warriors in 7. I think it's Celtics. I think it's Celtics win 1, Warriors win 1. Celtics win 1, Warriors. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay.
I think they're all extremely contested games, though. Like, there's no blowouts whatsoever. That being said, that matchup should be a really stupid one and should be one no one should be excited for, because those are like the two teams that have historically made the finals the most.
Yeah, no, they're a very winning team. Like the only thing that would be more boring, or like more quote unquote,
but like I don't know,
boring would be Lakers Celtics, because those are the two most winning teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're just going off recent history, then yeah, Celtics haven't really.
Yeah, I think that both teams probably on average, like they probably both score about, they probably get like 110 points. Like I'd say some of the games would be like 110 to 113. Like extremely. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're going to be some pretty high scoring games. Both these teams have great offense.
I think it'd be
pretty solid defense.
I think it'd be very fun if it was
it would be good.
Celtics.
I would be very excited for that matchup. Oh no, obviously that's like right now dream matchup of remaining teams.
Dude, honestly,
that's my dream matchup. Mavs Celtics. That would be so fun to watch. Then like I don't even know who I would fucking root for at that point. I'd just be enjoying some ball.
If Mavs somehow beat the Suns, I will get a Luka and a Brunson jersey. I will get like $250 worth of jersey right there. It'll probably be more immediately after. If the Mavs make it to conference, I will buy 2 of their jerseys. I want them to win. I really do.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't. I'm a cheapskate. You ain't getting that type of shit out of me, podcast. So don't even think about it,
dude. I tried shopping for Caruso once. They're like
other than like later ones,
like.
No, it's weird. Jerseys.
I was looking at Fanatics.
You can't like get official ones. You have to get them off
for
like
a little bit on
random ass.
And he
shit.
went away.
It's weird. I don't know. No, they don't like a lot of times they don't even have like DeMar. Like they don't really have any either like smaller players or recently traded ones.
I think other than youth, they didn't even have
be pushing that. It's free money.
So weird.
But
yeah.
No, I don't know what's going on. You got to get them off some weird ass sites. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about NBA. Obviously, we'll touch back probably another 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, depending on what round 2 is looking like timeline wise. But yeah, there's been a lot of really fun games. Net sweep was insane. A lot of things we didn't predict. Our brackets, quote unquote, kind of busted, sort of.
I am very excited for.
I'm excited. Celtics all the way, baby.
Of these playoffs, which is, dude. A year ago, I did not care about basketball. I got so into it.
There's some sick games coming up. There are some sick games.
So
yeah,
I think
there
are
some
I have to say there.
Fucking games coming up.
I'm going to just briefly mention that some of the episode 4 topics or next week's episode topics. NFL draft recap. If we can somehow, I don't think we'll be able to, but if we can somehow fit round 2 or something of NBA, we will, but I don't think it'll be relevant enough, if you know what I mean. And then good old MGK and some of his statements and some of the things that have been said about him and Megan Fox. Oh my god,
yes. There's actually been a lot of stuff on that.
That one
was funny.
Yeah,
we'll be talking about
something other than sports.
So yeah, make sure to pop up next week too. Then.
So thanks so much for listening, and until next time.
Be nice.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.